What's up? This is Vicente video versus Vicente video here, and I'm here to talk about the lore of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. And yeah, so let's get into the video. I'm gonna try my best. So grab your popcorn ready, and yeah, and if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Yeah. So let's get right into it now. So in the year 20x9 in the Desolate system, in the planet Thanamar, there was an attack on the Federation base, Galactic Federation, and over an alien artifact that has appeared against the space pirates. Research facility is under attack. Yeah. So when they sent Samus Aran, a bounty hunter. She was very famous, and yeah. So when I noticed that like the purple one of the turrets or a spaceship was shot down by the space pirates. I think they used the energy phazon. Well, I'm not sure what I'm talking about on that part, but it's purple. Yeah. So like, I think they're first I try to analyze the vehicles they use in the battle. So Samus has a visor, and she has a suit. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called the variant suit. I'm just gonna call it the variant suit. It's like her original, and yeah. She scans things, and it's linked to like the database of Tanavanian. As I scan within the base, it's like Tanavanian technology. Yeah, so like it has all the data what like in the system, like in other systems probably that the Federation is in. So that's my speculation on how it works. So continuing off the story, yeah, so they're going against to retrieve the artifact, and I scanned for purposes. I was thinking of I scanned the crashed spaceship, a fighter jet. I'm just gonna call that. It was like the VHG V1 or something. It said it's 7th generation. So like, I don't know how many years that is. And I'll compare it to the Viola Mark 7. That is the latest model of a motorcycle. It's from the other planet that I'm about to get into, but that's too early. So I'll get back into that. So yeah, they get to the hangar where the artifact is. There's an analyzer, artifact analyzer machine, and it says like they're currently in the Desolate system and there's like of unknown artifact. Yeah, so yeah. unknown. And I think that means that neither side of the alien planet ever coexisted with the Desolate system, or if whatever it updates. So you find one of the pirate army general or something named Arbajax. I'm just gonna call him Arbajax, but he gets infected by a Metroid, and a Metroid's like take over your mind and exposes your admin or something. I don't know, something like that. The Space Pirates is led by Silex, a former bounty hunter and former Fed soldier. Yeah, so they vie for the artifact. He finds Samus and shoots his plasma weapon, and it hits the artifact, and Samus ends up in another planet that teleported to an unknown, and it's like her scans doesn't work on the database there, and yeah, so the planet's called Euros. So she ends up in a place where there is some technology that she follows, and they're known as guardians, that would guide the visitor. And apparently the alien race sees her as the chosen one. And yeah, so I think the game is about like resources, like the psychic. Well, he gives a present to the chosen one for offering to from getting to the planet, but the alien is extinct, is getting extinct, because like you find out their history about what happened to them, and yeah, so like what they are, they like technology, and well, that's during the machine era. The ancient era is like they were like priests. They feel their past, present, and future, and they pray to the sacred tree, the tree of memory that grows memory fruit. They pour their dreams into it through prayers, and yeah. So they made a temple. The founding of the temple. Who founded the temple? I forgot. Yeah. So Samus's mission is to retrieve green energy crystals and take them to the tree. And yeah, and it grows the memory fruit, and she brings it to a different planet to save the legacy of the Lemorn. Yeah, the aliens I'm talking about is the Lemorn. They have 4 arms, 2 legs, and like they have like a dreaded like head, like the hair, or yeah. So they use psychic ability. During the psychic era, they didn't, after finding out psychic crystals, and yeah. So Lemorn, one of the Lemorn was good with elements, apparently. I don't understand, like, what do they mean? Because it's the ancient era. Is that an ancient Lemorn? Could it be an ancient Lemorn? Or a psychic Lemorn era Lemorn? Because the lock... Who invented the lock of fire? I'm not sure. But yeah, I think the Lemorn can manipulate fire. If so, it is from the psychic era. But apparently, like, most of it is from the ancient era. I'm a little confused on that. Feel free to discuss it in the comment section. So so there's other Federation soldiers that are stranded, and you come across a engineer named, or technician named Miles McKenzie, and he fixes other stuff. The weapon he uses, I think it was like 7667 or something. 2023, yeah. It's a gun. Latest model. So I'm gonna put that in the timeline. This is like the latest, newest inventionable pistol. I think it said it could shoot 200 rounds. Yeah, so he's not good in combat, but he's good with technology. So there's these creatures called the Grievers that would try to attack him, and yeah, he's like good with data and technology. He was able to translate the Lemorn language, and Samus already knew the language because it's given as a present of the psychic crystal. It grants telekinesis abilities, psychic abilities, to move things around. In my opinion, that in the game, Samus does not master the ability all the way until the end. It is probably capable that she could read minds. Or is that from only to the crystal? Well, because it doesn't work, it is. But I think Silex also uses psychic abilities. That's why she in the game she gets she sees Silex's memories through the game. But she doesn't know how to read Silex's. I mean, yeah. Silex could probably read Samus's mind. Yeah. But yeah. They use both in common. They have nano machines. Yeah. So Samus's mission is she has to seek out the teleporter keys that the guardians in the planet are protecting. Yeah, they have some symbols. Interdimensional, when they are each infected by a Metroid. So I think Silex had something to do with that. And yeah. So there was a plant named, I forgot, I think it was like Carvix. This is like some plant. It said like a rock came from the sky, landed in the jungle. It was poisonous, but a plant was able to absorb the poison, and it started to rule the jungle. A priest named Tesser was able to befriend it, and it would move to the garden in the sacred tree temple. Um, he would later just be there for the Lemorne funerals, right? Something like that. That's what it said on the Guardian um pedestal corridor. Yeah. So Samus goes to ends up going to Volt Forge and explains well, the machine. I'm gonna explain the machine era. I think the machine era was a mass production in technology. They created the Viola motorcycle, and to travel around desert, but they also made cybots and other things, a cannon, yeah, but too much of production was being bad for the planet. It must have got so addicting, and they tried to put an end to it. And they trapped the AI or their inventions in a place called Volt Forge that is powered by electricity and it's blocked by the sun. The cybots are only deployed in the Chrono Tower where Samus was first got there. Yeah. So I'm gonna look at my notes real quick. Did the Lemorne used ice crystal, gust crystals from Kratos to capture grievers and experiment on them due to from and trap them in cryogenic sleep to trying to see how to save them. Yeah. And yeah, I feel uncomfortable right now. To save them. Cryogenic. The cryopods they use nanomachines. Yumi Takabe, Regger Takabe, he is a corporal. He is part of Herc Unit Delta. I think that's an elite unit, and he believes in Solon, his religion, the light of Solon. He likes to meditate. He's currently my favorite character. And he says, like, he describes what he did, like, he goes to planets or take out a threat without the people knowing if the planet is dying. Sounds like Samus though. His family came in a line of hunters, and his pendant, the Solon pendant, was passed down from his grandpa to his dad to him, type thing. Like, he says stuff like, may Solon's light guide you, and stuff like that. Yeah, so he's like a sniper. He uses the gun. The gun is called KT 6116. long, short sniper. Long to short sniper. Yeah, I think it's called. Let me go back to Ezra Duke. Ezra Duke, several space pirate actions he had witnessed in. And I'll get to Nora Armstrong. Is she's private and she's with Ezra Duke. They're in the same squad. Nora Armstrong is a good problem solver, and yeah, she's like really a fan of Samus. So my thought is, was the Cybots tempered with by Silex? They could communicate with the Lemorn, but if they break communication with the Lemorn, they will cease and stop. And that's why I think one of the Lemorns came back to the planet of Euros. Yeah. I think me touch up on the fact that Samus and Silex could read each other's mind, because he knows where she's gonna be during Volt Forge. She is seeing Silex, but she's fighting a robot. That's what I kind of don't understand, but yeah. So, let me explain the Great Tragedy. Did I already explain that? The Great Tragedy was about green energy that would like shower, that was hit from the atmosphere from the cannon in Tharpool. I think that was because they tried to stop the Morn from they wanted to put back the resources, and because the machines were too addicting. So far the good technology was the Viola motorcycle it would use. That's kind of to get around the desert. They could go through lava. There was more plans. Maybe, in my speculation, they probably could go underwater or some part, but that's my speculation. So getting the keys, they go to Cry. No, not Cry. I was about to say cryogenic, but they go to Ice Belt. It's a place. The research facility. There's this person named Thargun, and they're working on how to reinvert the Griever species that are Lemorn from evolution, like de-evolution, or stop the cells from multiplying or something. Yeah. So they had this thing called the Balasse, Balasse, spelled Balase, Balasse, Sei. It's an operating machine, and it's capable of 145 surgeries. Utensil surgeries. It's not just for autopsy. Autopsy is like experimenting or figuring out the cause of death of a dead body or something. So it's very high tech. The stretcher could be as an operation table, or yeah. So you're in like the research hospital facility. So there's like a psychic lock that it is a barrier. So I think that's like from the psychic era. So yeah. I really liked the game. I think it was really good. Um, yeah.